Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Now Murray throwing on second down. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down the 47-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Go pink. Ready?
Looking to throw, Young. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Yellow, blue. Hey, green. Light, 97. Light blue. Ready?
Here is Young. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, go. Red, yellow. Set.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Shot, 17. Set, cut.
On play action, Young. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30.
He might score. He will score. Touchdown.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Anders Carlson now for the point after.
Oh, this is blocked. And the Vikings have got it. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points.
That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Striker, 3-3. Hut.
Young. Now they go screen. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
After 1, our score 9-6. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Edo blue.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now Young. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings add 6 to their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Play fake. Murray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
Justin Simmons firing all the way in for the safety position.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Here's Austin. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
On the set.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Jackrabbit, jackrabbit.
Now a handoff running through the middle.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ready.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Let's go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Young.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
That'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Ready?
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Ty Chandler, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Murray.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Packers. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 50 yards.
And the Packers get a bit closer.
The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A play fake. Now Young. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 59 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Steel, black.
Young to throw it.
That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Young to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. A final shot before half for Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A final shot before break. Murray. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On second down, here's Murray.
That's complete to Dobbs.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Murray going to try to throw on third down.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here we go. Set.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Black shot. Hut.
To throw, Young.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Green.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Murray going to fire one out wide.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Jaden Reed
from 6 yards away.
And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Following the interception, Young.
Man open downfield, he's got it. He's got it.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They got 29 yards that time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Fight 60.
Now here's Young. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Ready.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Ready.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Set.
Now they'll pitch it out here. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Murray now on 1st down. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running right on the option is Murray.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Murray.
They'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of 22. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Finding space at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. This, to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Blaster, six. Red, cycle. Ready?
They go play action. Young. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lucas Van Ness getting 3 there to bring him down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
To throw on second down is Young. Flipping left side, and it's complete. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
And these guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
22 needle.
Here's Chandler. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Slide blue. Ready.
Young. Going for the deep ball. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. So we'll see what Young and his guys can do here as they walk up for the 2-point try.
Trouble, 38. Hey.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And now they're in the hurry up. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Going quickly out to the right side. And he'll be brought down very close to the spot he needed. And it's going to wind up being enough. Maybe by less than a football, but a conversion nonetheless on 4th and 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Murray now to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And now off to the races down the right side. And they do finally get him at the 12.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Ready.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick,